All right, hello, my scrappy friends. I am coming to you with a project for the Tracy Reed design team, and we are working with an oldie but a goodie. That's what this little series is called. And I am working with Candy Coated. This came out last year, I believe. I'm not sure. Maybe it came out a few years ago. But it's so good, guys. She just had two other kits come out, All is Calm and All is Bright. So definitely check those out too. She just has amazing digital kits for December Daily if you were just getting started with that project and maybe missed the Allie Edwards or other releases. This is a great set to pick up as Tracy Reed packs so much. So what I did in Silhouette was take one of the 12 by 12 papers, obviously the green plaid, which we love, of course. I am currently working on a 2019 December Daily. This is 1 year before I even started back up scrapbooking. So I've been just filling in spots, trying to go back and at least get the pictures in, not so much probably tons of journaling. I do have a little bit saved in a journal, but not a ton. So yeah, that's saving me a little bit. But so I sized this down to 6.85 by 8.25 to fit into my album, and what I used here is my foil quill with one of her stamps from the kit. It says our December documented. And I just put that right in here, and let's reveal this. Again, this is done with my foil quill. Woo, guys, it is so good. I haven't used that foil quill, I don't know why. I only use it in like December. So there's a few edges like right here that are a little, oh, you know what? My thing got disconnected and it went back, and I bet you that's what happened when it went back. But I hope, let's see in the thing. Oh yeah, right there. You guys can see that shine. So, oh my goodness, I love it. So this is literally just a filler page pretty much in my album. I'm definitely a clean, as you know my style, like a clean, minimalistic scrapbooker. Probably not too many on her team are. I'm definitely one that doesn't do like a ton of layers. I do appreciate all of the different styles that she has on her design team, because it definitely inspires me. Sometimes I wish I could put all the layers together, but even when I try, I don't do the best job, and I just have a different style. So this is going to be the first little mini project in this. If you have been looking for a foil option, the foil quill is a very good option if you have the Silhouette. It's not always perfect, like there is a slight line in there, but honestly guys, to be able to take a stamp of one of hers and put it onto this is priceless to me. I don't have a laser printer, so if you have a laser printer, you can also do it and just laminate it. You probably get a little bit better, like thinner lines, because it doesn't work the best for thin lines. But yeah, it's gonna kind of go right in here. Like I said, again, this is just a filler page. The only thing else I was maybe going to do, which I'll have to kind of like see how it looks now that I have this gold, I would have loved to run a border around this. I just didn't want to cut a whole piece for that border. Like I could have, but I might go around with like a gold Sharpie or something like that. So yeah, so what we're going to work on today is putting our 2019 Santa picture into the album. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be like the side of this. I'm not sure. I just wanted to do this for one project from this. I love this green paper, and I'm not going to punch it yet because I'm not sure which side it's actually going to go on either. So we're going to leave it. But I presume that I'm going to need a lot of those type of filler pages in this album. just because I'm not doing like something too elaborate with this. I'm not making like huge interactive pages because I'm just trying to get it documented. So, all right, let's go to the next project. All right, guys, so I'm actually going to bring you into my computer and show you a little bit of my screen. Sorry that it's a little bit long and skinny. I have a long and skinny computer screen, so that's why it's that way. But anyways, I brought in two silhouettes, all of the TRACI Reed numbers, the red ones. And what I am trying to do here is combine all of these and make an outline of them to paperback them pretty much. So this is a very common thing. A lot of, even Allie brings out, you know, like inserts, that type of thing. I can't remember the name of them right now, but like little cutouts pretty much. You can get them at different shops, but you can also do them yourself, and they're not very hard. Sometimes they're a little bit more trickier. This one is a little bit trickier, but that's why I decided to film this and kind of show you everything. So here I am just kind of showing you how I'm lining up all of these numbers, and I have sped it up a little bit, so I'm definitely, you know, going a little bit slower than this, but trying to get everything ready. And then once I pick, I'm not sure which date this is going to go on in this album, but once I do figure that out, because you're going to see here in a minute that I take the red out of it. So later on, when I show you my desk view again, you're going to see that I'm going to back these letters with some paper from TRACI Reed, and the letters themselves are going to be empty. Pretty much you're just going to see the outline, and then the number that I choose to do this on the day of, I'm going to put the red back into that number. So yeah, so that's kind of how we're going to do that. But yeah, so right now I'm just kind of sizing everything, getting everything to make sure that it's going to fit in the, you know, the 8.25 up and down, and then obviously the width is going to be fine. But we also just want everything just touching. I didn't want anything like super overlapping, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. Now you can see like that bottom of the 9 just touching, and there we go. So I take the red out, I take that out, and I usually do that by just clicking everything and then going over to the fill and clicking the little like fence-like thing that's over there. It's the only thing that you can't see since I've zoomed this in a little bit so you can see it. Right now though, I'm selecting each and I'm sorry. Then I went through and I offset everything to 0.1, and then I went through and selected each one and made the compound path. So that's what you've seen me doing over there. Now I'm just putting that behind there, just trying to check it. That's what it's going to look like. So it's going to be the white outline with the paper in the back, even though I didn't choose that paper. I wish I would have, but we already used this piece of paper. I'm just using this as an example. And then I'm going through everything and selecting welding and welding everything together. I believe, let's see where I'm at with all of this. Oh, actually, yes, I've already done that. I've welded everything together. Now I am choosing everything so that I can make an offset of all of the numbers right now, so that I can cut the back of my paper. Pretty much you're seeing me right here. I'm tracing everything, and I'm like, why am I doing it this way? I could have just put this in black and it would have been, there we go. We put it in black and then it traces it much better. You're going to see, and then I offset it. I wish I would have offset it just a little bit more, so I would have had a little bit more in the background, but there you go. And I didn't want it, yeah, that was the trace of that. So then we offset it to get it a little bit bigger and around, and there you go. Now all of the numbers fit inside there, and that will be the backing to the numbers. So I just wanted to kind of show that to you guys. And now let's jump back into our project here. So there you go. You see how I made that background. That was the second part of that. And then I cut out the edges. I would recommend going a little bit. I did 1 point on the offset of these numbers. I would probably go 0.15, a little bit bigger. This was just a little too little. So Anyways, also I got a lot of inspiration for this off of precisely oh goodness, I'm gonna forget how Tashi. There we go. And it was day 2 of her 2019 one. Oh goodness, that girl is amazing. I know that she's moved on to bigger and better things, but her videos were always amazing and inspirational. Anyways, so yeah, this is where I'm kind of getting inspiration for that. So definitely wanted to credit that, but now we're just gluing this on and moving on to the next project, which will be a spread. This part, again, I don't know where I'm going to use it. I just threw it in here. All right, so we are moving on to the next project. Sorry, my camera is a little too far down. I will adjust that here, coming up real soon. I've moved my whole office around. Yes, I have no idea why on the first day of December, but it's a long story. But so I'm trying to get used to a little bit of a new setup, and then I have a new setup coming here soon anyways with camera settings. So all right, so this one, like I said, we are going to be capturing or scrapping the picture that I have of visiting Santa in 2019. So you see me, I'm like throwing in everything because everything was everywhere. And so I just use pretty much, these are all going to be 1-page spreads unless I just have a lot of pictures for something along those lines. But from what I can see, unless I'm missing pictures, which I halfway do believe I am, I feel like I'm missing pictures from my big cameras, that I need to go through and find on my computers. But I don't have that many pictures of 2019. I have no idea why. It's really sad. But yeah, so this is actually the picture, like the actual picture from Santa Claus, because you can't take pictures when you're in there. But I decided just to take a few pieces. I mounted this one on that red polka dot, and then put a 3x4 card in behind there just to keep it a little bit more. But a lot of the times in my digital spreads, which is a lot at this point, I don't do a lot with physical products anymore. Though I have a lot of physical product I need to do. That will be tackled in 2023. I like to stamp my background to give it a little bit more dimension. And that is what I'm doing here. So look on your stamps, like your big ones, like the star one. There's a lot of times little teeny tiny ones in the back there that don't get noticed that much. And those are perfect stamps to add just little itty bitty things around your pictures and in your backdrop to just make it that much more dimensional when, you know, for these digital ones, sometimes aren't always dimensional, you know, that type of thing. That was really seen in the layout that I did last month, I think. Yeah, last month of my son. Oh, you know what? I didn't even get, I lost the footage of it. That's right. If you go on my Instagram, there is a baseball spread of him on. I used Tracy Reed's 3 Up, 3 Down, and she had a stamp of like dirt, and I used it where he was sliding into home plate, and I used it, and it looked like he was like kicking the dirt. It was pretty cool. Anyway, so there we go. And it takes no time at all. Just a little bit. This one was a baking set from Elle Studio. Oh, I'm sorry. Both of these sets are from Elle Studio. I'll link those below. This one was a baking kit, so it had sprinkles and stars and all that good stuff. I am just using Close to My Heart ink, Holiday Red, and Color Theory cement color. As I just wanted to put a little bit of red, and most of the time I use like grays and blacks back there to do that. All right, so let's start assembling everything. This picture is like 3.5 by 5, I believe it was. Again, I used it to print it, and then I forgot that I was late. Such a goon. Forgot that I was putting that back there, so I had to tear all that up. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. Sorry about my head. Again, getting used to these new camera placements. And then just filling in with my embellishments. I end up using the Peppermint Alpha from Tracy Reed's kit to spell out scene. This is a little piece of washi that she has in the kit. Again, just to create a little bit of dimension. This little cute tag that was December, especially when I'm using a stark white, backdrop. I like using that, but I know that's not for everybody, especially around the TRACI Reed Designs team. Everybody is so good at like layering and like just using all of the things in the kit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you guys do all that? But anyways, so yes, just using one of the banners that says the happiest season of them all, and then layering a few presents on there. And I kind of try and layer from like back to top, and then the last thing goes down. I don't know. Yeah, I have a method to my madness, right? All right, so I also had that little bit of greenery up there with some holly berries. I thought I was going to use this little bit of, I think this was like a phrase sticker. It said ho, ho, ho. I don't actually end up using that on this one, but you'll see in a minute where I actually go and add it to that green paper over there, and I think it's a great pop. And then just using some liquid glue on these, just because I knew that I would probably need to move them. Sure enough, I do, except for it was after a lot of it had already dried. Luckily, you can't see it when I tear it back up. It is what it is. It dried too quickly, right? This glue is great for a little bit of give, but it definitely does dry pretty quickly so that you can move on to the next thing. This is the Barely Art glue, I think it is. Yeah, the Barely Art glue, which is amazing. So yeah, just saying, seeing Santa. See, I started going up. Once I turned my paper, I was like, oh shoot, I didn't realize that my paper was turned that bad, and there's that paper getting all messed up, but I didn't realize that my title was going uphill. So don't let that happen to you guys. I'd like to know what you guys are working on. This was December 1st, so did you start your December daily? Are you doing just a December project? What are you working on? Let me know in the comments below. I am doing a December daily for 2022. Unfortunately, our little activity last night got derailed as Wendy's was like not even answering their window at 7:30 at night. But the kids have been itching to get the new peppermint frosties from Wendy's, so that was our little activity last night, and it will happen today after school instead. So when we go pick up my little guy, we will run out and get those instead. I did want to pop these letters a little bit more, but I had never used the glossy accents on the matte photo paper, and I didn't know if it would like start bleeding or anything. So I just did the S just in case. I figured I could, cut another one and cover it up if something had happened. Nothing did. Actually, let me look this morning and make sure that the project did come out as it was sitting here. Yep, everything came out great. Oh, there was one letter that did bleed. No, it didn't. I say it bled, but it didn't. I forgot that I stamped. You're going to see the T goes over the end, and I thought it bled. But everything looks great. I don't know how bigger spots would go on matte paper, but it gave it just that little bit of glossiness to pop it, again, a little bit more dimension for this amazing digital project. So definitely check out TRACI Reed Designs. I'll leave the link to this kit below. It is a great kit. So much. I mean, when I say so much, I think there's like 8 alphas in this one. And that is just in the digital kit. There's so many add-ons for stamps and for journaling cards and papers and all that kind of stuff. Signature papers. Just so much in this kit, guys. It was actually, when I finally downloaded it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a lot to go through, right? But I'm so glad to have this kit to use for many, many years. And this one is just so traditional. It's never going to go out of style or, age itself, that type of thing. So definitely check it out. All right, so going from here, there we go. I showed you my little glossy accents. Let me clean up a little bit. I decided that this is going to go on the other side of my Santa page. So we're going to get our 6-hole punch.
This one is off Amazon, I believe. I will link it below if I can find it again. I believe I can. So hole punch that. I did feel like it needed a little bit more of a pop since I didn't do that outside, and having that ho 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 right there was the perfect little pop of red. And I just put that directly over top the D. And guys, I think that little pop of red was like the perfect, I don't know, sometimes things just magically happen, right? All right, so another spread done. We didn't put the date on it, so here we go. This one is the 10th. Again, I'm just skipping around because I think the day before is the 5th. I don't even know, honestly, if I'm going to go like day by day. I think I'll keep it definitely chronological, but I'm not going to do a regular, like, I think the beginning of the album is a regular December daily where it's like day 1, day 2, but it's not going to be. Thank you guys so much for being here. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new, and I can't wait to see you guys in more December projects. I will talk to you soon. Bye.